Okay, here we are back in Swellsville, and Boot Bounties. So this is going to be more of a laid-back video where we're just going around to check in on various side quests relating to the place, and, well, we'll get in position for Tugo, who I believe is at San Gonzalez, but we'll know for certain later. So one of the first orders of business is, well, looting the farm. So I hit up the farm already at the kid's house. That caused me to hit rank 5 for farming. I don't actually know, like, what's the incentive for ranking that up exactly? That I cannot answer. So vitals and vittles. So we can actually buy honey here, it's just a little pricey. Like, I don't know if there's actually a reliable way to farm honey or anything. I didn't really see any options, and we're not even allowed to grow peanuts, it's cabbage, that's the final spot. This comes from the goats, so we're fine, I can get a cow for that. So yeah, there's nothing we really need here. Which is actually great news. So for the saloon, if we want a recipe, we can go there. We're going to check out the clothing... Wait, we already did the clothing shop, so yeah. Question is, where can I find a copy of the newspaper? I want to say City Hall, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, right there. And right there, so I was right. Extra, extra. Criminal Creed Little is dead after a standoff at Prospect Bluffs. The Brown County Sunrise has the scoop. So Prospect Bluff reopens. What was believed to be a dangerous natural gas leak forcing miners to evacuate Prospect Bluffs is revealed to be a man-made phenomenon. The issue has since been resolved and the mine has reopened. Recently, Prospect Bluff's mine was forced to close after dangerous natural gas was discovered. Stink damp, or scientific name, is a common toxic gas caused by the breakdown of decaying plant and animal matter. So I don't get the whole scientific name if they plan to say hydrogen sulfide or what exactly, and it was just something that was overlooked. The gas is extremely toxic and explosive when exposed to flame. Many of the workers here fell ill after too much exposure to the gas, said William Slick. Others fell into despair at the prospect of losing their livelihoods. However, it was discovered that the gas did not come from the mine itself, it was instead being generated by a scientific apparatus placed there by the notorious outlaw Creed Little. Quote from Professor Blaze about how this was done. Okay, once this device was destroyed, the toxic gas dissipated and the mine was deemed safe once again. Creed's motive in generating the toxic gas is not known and may never be known since he is now dead. End of article. Protect yourself while looking good. Come to our store in Swellsville and Sim Blocker will get you fitted for a fine new outfit. My clothing is as practical as it is stunning. Your wardrobe will thank you. We even get hats designed by artisan craftsmen in Kickstart Creek. So come and see what's in stock. What does your future hold? Did the stars speak secrets about your forgotten destiny? Only Madame Zenobia can look into the eye of fate and share this knowledge with you. See me at Manor McGovern's Traveling Circus. Take the train to Bumblebee Junction. Be warned, those who are blind to their future are cursed to live it. And for returning visitors, the future once foretold is now the past, and presently the future is once again a mystery to you, so come back and speak to me. So I believe if you get lost and you need help finding something, she's your, like, tip line or whatever you want to call it. Guns, firearms, household supplies, tools, utensils, and other hardware products. Improve your home or protect yourself with the right weapons. Visit our store in Swellsville. Tell them Seven Finger Steve sent you. Prospect Bluff, I need some help tracking down some wild goats that have wandered into the mine in Prospect Bluffs. If you know the ins and outs of the mine, then please see Hank Weisart in Juan's restaurant in Prospect Bluffs. After following Creed in the darkest pits of that mine, I think we're pretty qualified to help out Hank. And we can use our guns down there now. So, wow. So, looks like the Prospect Bluff thing takes up the whole front page, and we'll ignore the whole lorem ipsum thing. Coupon for 50% off any one item at Vitals and Vittles General Store. Write one brilliant book, and they're missing the E on one there. So I'm not sure which one it actually is supposed to be. And that hat looks nice on her. Swellsville, I need someone to collect a blood sample from an elusive animal. Rumors have long said that a creature called Raccula dwells in a deep, dark cavern within Bronco County. And legend claims that the blood from this creature has mystic properties, and they're missing the T in mystic. Please bring me, Ophelia Drake, a sample of this blood, and I will reward you with a treasure of my own. Come to my home on the north edge of Swellsville with the blood or for more information on Raccula. What is a Raccula? This sounds intriguing. Wouldn't mind looking into it. So that's the same one. Nothing here. Experienced livestock handler looking for honest work. See Leon Barker in the refugee house in Swellsville. Leon Barker? I know him. He was a neighbor of mine back in Ashwood. Kid, he might be useful for the farm. Interesting. If you got your mind feet wet with my students' riddles before, come see me with new brain stingers. There's a new prize. There wasn't a prize last time, though. Obituary, Creed Little. Creed Little, the notorious outlaw member of the Saints Little Gang, is dead. Witnesses claim the death was a suicide resulting from ingesting poisonous arsenic. Miners are working to recover his body, which is buried by rubble within the Prospect Bluff's mine. Creed Little was born into the affluent Little family of Silver Spring City. He is the brother of Sally Little, who would also go on to become an outlaw and member of the Saints Little Gang. At an early age, Creed exhibited a keen intellect and received schooling in the fields of medicine and chemistry. For unknown reasons, Creed and his sister turned to crime and joined with the Saint brothers to form the Saints Little Gang. Creed's education made him especially dangerous. He would employ his knowledge to make explosives and poisons. Since the Battle of Swellsville 10 years ago, Creed's whereabouts have been unknown. Only recently was it learned that Creed was responsible for faking a poisonous gas leak at the Prospect Bluff's mine. His motives for doing this may never be known, as Creed commits suicide when confronted by bounty hunters. Calling all potlusters, greasy bellies, grub slingers, and bean masters. So this is the same thing, it matters on what governs. So we get a new recipe here, it looks like. Pudding. Milk, egg, meat. When it comes to pleasing your taste buds, complexity is not always desirable. A simple recipe for pudding was refined by the penniless hobos of Cypress Flats. Meal fit for a king. Within the mine at Prospect Bluff, deep below the earth, there's a mysterious maze. At the end lies the question box, holding a valuable treasure. Solving this maze will lead you to the treasure. So is there no, code for this one, or how's that work? Because that's a different spot than where we found Rusty, I think. I don't get how you're supposed to do this. But anyway, for our next set of side quests, we need to go there, but we need to look into the friend of Rosie's, who's the farmhand. So we need to go to the refugee house, which is right down here. Hey, you're Leon Barker. You're one of the best ranchers in the county. Indeed I am. Me and Patsy lost everything in the attack on Ashwood. Now we're crammed in this space with the other refugees. Kid here has a farm if you're looking for work. You bet I am. Just hire me as an upgrade at your farm and I'll start immediately. So I kinda wonder what he does exactly. Do I want to sell another medkit? So nothing new there. Hey, we still have the contraption? So I'm looking for the most valuable thing that I own a lot of, and it's looking like butternuts. Actually, fangs are pretty good, as are pelts. Wow. How do I get rawhide? So we'll sell the iron. Guess that's it. Now the part that even confused me more is because I think there was more than one question box there, so... Weren't there two in the mine? Where's the farm exactly? Over here. Try not to run into the pig or rooster. So Leon Barker. So he's good if you have a lot of stuff, I guess. So one thing I want is the forage skill. I don't know what exactly this means. So we already have chickens, so I'd rather get a cow and some cabbage. Oh, so it causes flickering to tell you can interact with stuff. So that's kind of neat if I'm going to run into something I haven't seen before, I guess. I guess we can save what little is left of our money for riddles. So the plan was to stick to Swellsville in this video, but it looks like we're going over back to Prospect Bluffs. And then I'll just take the train from there to San Gonzalez. But that should be the next video. So real quick, I want to see if there's any new recipes. Almost forgot about this. So we have coffee. I think we actually have one. Yeah, we do. So, sorry buddy, you're out of luck. Rusty have anything new for us, maybe? Creed Little is no more. Trapping, straw pipe, and a candlestick. Huh. So if you know you're gonna get messed up, that straw pipe is the way to go. Okay, before we actually head out to Prospect Bluffs, let's do this. My mom just baked a delicious carrot cake. I'm inviting my chums over for a slice. If I can only cut it 3 times, how many chums can I feed? So they're asking for the maximum number. 8. The trick to this one is it's 2 to the 3rd power. 8. I love carrot cake. Here, have some. I'm inviting all 20 of my friends over for a tea party. Tommy Pincher will ask for half a cup of tea. Bobby Clobber will ask for half of what Tommy got. Freddie Hertz will ask for half of what Bobby got. This pattern continues for all 20 of my friends. How many cups of tea should I prepare? So you have 1/2 to the infinite power. And the best way to describe this is if you know how limits work, it's going to get infinitesimally smaller but never actually achieve 1. Yep, just 1. If each guest continues to have half of the guests before, then 1 cup of tea will quench the thirst of an infinite number of guests. Doesn't sound like much of a party. I agree, Doc, I agree. Over on that bookshelf are some of my favorite books. If Moby Dick is the 4th from the left and 6th from the right, how many total books are on that shelf? So, this is... How's the best way to put this one? Like, I don't remember the exact way to word this, but I know it comes out to 9. I think you have to add them together and remove 1, because you have the same book. I think that's what it is. Add the 2 together, remove the original, and then you have your answer. Bit of both. And they asked if we guessed or stretched it out. I was too busy trying to explain that rather than reading that. Every day, Eli Courtright brings some money to pay for lunch, but along the way, Tommy, Georgie, Freddie, and I rough him up and take half his money. Because we're such swell lads, we give him 1 penny back. If lunch costs 2 pennies, how many pennies must Eli start with to still afford lunch? So that would be 2, because they take the 1 and then they give it right back. Yeah, it's just 2 pennies. If he's given us half of that, and we give him a penny back, then he has as much as he started with. Did you really think we'd keep money from a classmate? We're whippersnappers, not criminals. I hope this is just a riddle and you don't really hurt Eli. Hey, she actually did it this time. You solved all my students' riddles. Congratulations. Your participation has inspired their minds to grow. I want you to have this. A sight scope. Now my students are going to think of even harder riddles for you to solve. Come back and see us later, okay? Look for our ad in the Bronco County Sunrise. So, what does that do? Never miss an eve. Ooh! So that makes me wonder what I missed the first time around. Now, I do have the save file, so I can pull it up and go from there, but that's going to be later on. So I didn't see anything while I was walking around here. So the only thing left to do... Yeah, the maps, exclamation points even tell you. I didn't actually check the bottom right corner. And you can actually read both copies of the paper here. So that's kind of cool. Now we don't have to buy that at the house. So, Prospect Bluffs. Hope I need to talk to that woman before I left. I really don't want to shell out the $3 to come back here and then go back out there. Yes, I really am that cheap. Plus, I'm running out of medkits to sell. I still have to try to see if you can actually buy them from Doc for 10 and then sell them for 25. Because that would be a potential source of infinite money. Otherwise, your money making would have to come from Rosie with camping, cooking, and so on. Maybe a little bit of imbuing with Moon, but you have to buy stuff first, and that's pretty pricey. So we're looking for the guy in the restaurant. He should be over here. Oh, wait, that's the sick bed place. Are you Hank Weishart? Sure am. Did you come to help me find my goats? Yeah, we know that mine pretty well, so this should be easy. Okay, when you're ready. Meet me inside the mine and lead the way. So do we have to protect him, or how's this gonna work? I want to settle some scores. Didn't even see what they were called. Not bothering. Let's bring down the roof. I was about to say, you should still generate points while sleeping. Good night! Which one's the newt? Oh well. Feel free to wake up any time now, Doc. The critters retreat back into the darkness of the mine. Plus, I guess this actually does help me break in some of these new hats. Turn around. Make this painless. Careful. Grinbenders grow fast and become deadly. So we're gonna sucker punch this one, then we're gonna sucker punch this one, then we're gonna blister him, blast him, and set up the minecart to finish him off if he somehow lives. Never mind. Those grinbenders have a really creepy smile. Okay, Bird's Nest level 2 gave me Tumble, but don't we already have that? Pickle, chance to stagger or confuse target. Well, let's get rid of Whip Crack, I'd say. What's Loop Catch? Moon no longer feels brave. What a shame. Got that one already. I think you can actually see a full-size map without any sort of obscure areas on the dev blog. It's just, I don't want to pull that open in a separate window right now. The darkness of the mine has made these glowing glitter bugs arrogant and brash. Let's pickle this one. This is why I hate these things. my kid! Okay, we finally got him. Jeez. Do I have to wait for... Okay, there it goes. The light from the glitter bugs dim and they return to their passive nature. No, they didn't. This glitched out. So I want to say the items were probably forfeit, which kind of sucks since that claw can be a little nice. So let's start by sucker punching this one and this one. Okay, we managed to stop that in time. Okay, this time it worked. Lecture and photophores. So it's actually kind of nice that we're getting those, since those were a little hard to come by. Those got to be somewhere in those mine. I think that's supposed to be those goats have got to be somewhere in this mine. Look, there are those goats. Do we have to corner them, I'm imagining? Can't believe they wandered all the way down here. This part of the mine hasn't been used in years. What's that? The whole place is shaking. Is it Creed? He's gone, dude. We need to go now. The mine is collapsing. We gotta go, or we'll be buried alive. But what about these goats? We can't just leave them down here. We have just a couple minutes. If we hurry, then we can save the goats. Okay, listen up. This is what you have to do. If you enter the field of vision of a goat, then that goat will follow you. But if you walk outside their field of vision or too far away, the goat will get confused and stop following you. Bring me any goats following you and I'll hang on to them. You don't have to bring them all at once, but it's faster to bring me multiple goats than to make 5 trips. Once you bring me all 5 goats, we can get out of here. Now hurry. So I'm hoping that one counts already. Oh, come on. You're worse than League when it comes to pathing. Okay, follow me. I don't think I can get this one. No, don't go down. Wow. That's so damn close. Wow, that was looking dicey for a minute there. Thanks to you, we didn't lose a single goat. Yeah, or our lives. I wonder, though, did the goats really cause the cave-in? What else would? Did anyone ever find Creed's body? No, those old pits have completely collapsed. Anyway, thanks for all your help. I want you to have this. Good luck to you folks. Rifle scabbard. Wow, that was looking dicey for a minute there. Thanks to you, we didn't lose a single goat. So I imagine that's for Doc. Yeah, we'll put that on. So the question I have now is how deep can I go and what do I need to do with Raccula or whatever? Or wait, I forgot all about this part. One. 5. 2. 5. Butterfly boots. So in case you understand where that came from, if you actually did the maze, it would spell out the numbers 1525. Yeah. Like, the nice thing about recording all this is I'm able to go back to the video and look, and do the maze yourself if you want to see it. I was curious in that last number whether it was going to be a 5 or a 6, but it's a 5. So if no other stance is active, you will always use dodge when attacked. So I don't think I actually explained, but that and the shield are actually pretty helpful for just the simple fact where you don't have to equip a defensive vantage. You can always have that in effect, and basically when you're not charging for anything, well, even if you're charging, that's not a stance. Just as long as you're not using that, you have something. So basically you're trading your accessory slot for an extra vantage spot. And depending on what exactly you're running, like I imagine late game that may be a pretty good deal because you may have some pretty impressive stuff. The question is whether or not Sundance will be just as broken for Moon in this game as it was in the former one. So splicing this in. Have you seen my ad in the Bronco County Sunrise about Raccula? Yeah, but where can we find this thing? Sounds pretty creepy. Tawakan lore points to a great cavern in the mountain now called Prospect Bluffs. The myths about Raccula say that the creature has familiars or underlings that can summon it. Perhaps if you can find them and allow them to complete a ritual summoning it undisturbed, then Raccula will appear. Okay, so for the Raccula fight. I don't know if you are able to actually do this your first time around, but it's a little strong, so you might not be able to. So once you beat down the bats, it will flee from you if given the chance. So you want to try to ambush it so it doesn't fly away. So we have the Nocturnal Screeches. They're conducting some sort of ritual. What could that be? Now we have the jump on them, so we will go ahead and smash this dude. We will blister this one. We will blast this one. We'll toss up leadership because why not? Now you don't actually want to kill them, but you can wound them. So I have the Stetson and the headband equipped on Kid and Moon respectively, and if you notice the bottom left one, he's doing his big attack, so you want to basically try to preempt him. So we'll blister this guy. For Rosie, you may want to bring something other than Loop Catch. This is good for projectiles, crap for everything else, and Raccula is a melee fighter. So lots of stuff is coming my way here. I'm going to put out leadership again, dodge, loop catch, dash, dodge. And of course they go for the one that they can hit. Twice. 3 times. So we kind of need to moonlight that away. So we'll shoot that one. Now I don't want to smash because there's a chance I could do a double hit. Now what you're trying to do is basically kill time because they'll conduct their ritual as things progress. There'll be text that comes up and tells you how far along they are and stuff. Now because of leadership, I'm okay with having Moon burn some of her points. Gonna refresh that. So this could be a little bad that we have these status effects on. Moon may not dodge, and if she goes down, then I have to dust her off to get her back up. So dodge, loop, dash, dodge. Oh, she can't do it. So from what I've noticed so far, I'd say the Stetson is kind of broken. So Raccula is here. So we want to hit Lunar Crush across the map. We will double blister him, since this does more damage. I should have early birded him twice. We still can. Then Kid's gonna be doing cleanup duty. So that shaved off 43 hit points of his. Nice way to start off a fight, don't you think? So we need to start thinning these guys out. So, yeah, it's supposed to actually show that text before he's summoned. I'm not entirely sure what happened. So, can I intercept this? We will blister this. So we're going to renew leadership. Now I don't know what exactly he's going to do. I don't remember what all he has for moves. Look, the defensive ones. Raccula, level 53, a legendary bat-raccoon hybrid that drinks blood and fears garlic. Knows Siphon, Nibble, Lunar Crush, Moonbeam, Hypnotize, and Fly. So it hypnotized Doc. So let's do a double blister. See if that'll connect. $11 damage is very respectable. Ooh, 24 there. So I'm using the rifle scabbard. As a result, that is making it so that my blast costs less than normal. So we're gonna hit him with Flame Arrow real fast. We'll blast him again, blister him, and I'm gonna save my points on Kid. Okay, leadership, dodge. Luckily that didn't do anything. Anyway, he should be going down. I don't really know if there's any significance to his level, if that's supposed to be a reference to like a movie or something. But the ritual has failed. If only I had Harvest up. So, A rank. Rosie's Regency is level 4. She now knows Tranquilize, so she can put animals to sleep. So let's go ahead and get rid of Pickle. So we got Raccula Blood, Bone, Fang, Claw, Fang. And that completes that side quest, so I actually have to go back to Swellsville in order to cash that out. Now, there is something else we need to do while we're here. Well, for one, we need to change our hats back. So we'll go back to Bird's Nest and Mining Lantern. Now, Kid does need to go back to a gun, so we'll give him the flintlock. Everyone else is fine with their stuff. was kind of hoping the rifle scabbard let me cast early bird a bit more, but I don't think that's like exclusively a big gun type thing. Thing is, if you have Kid and Doc both using that to soften a boss, they're not going to last long. So anyway, flipping the switch at the end of here will disable the trap, so you're able to just walk across the board however you please. So a little bit of chess trivia for you. White squares are supposed to be on the right, so Creed does not have this set up correctly unless we're supposed to be like he's playing from this side looking this way and we're on the opposite side. But anyway, we have a knuckle duster for our trouble. So it's a lot stronger than the measly little flintlock. We can't go any deeper in, and we're pretty much done here, so you can farm up any loot that you want to, but otherwise we have to go back to Swellsville instead of San Gonzalez. See you in a second. Okay, so after beating Raccula, here we are back in Swellsville. And here's the blood. You found it! The Raccula blood. Just give me a drop and keep the rest. Take this for your trouble. With the powers rendered to me by this blood, the weapon will be useless to me. Small gun cattleman revolver? So the knuckle duster's already obsolete, I guess. Standard sidearm of the military. Well, it had a nice little run from one side of the mine to the other. So I'm kind of curious, how much is that blood worth? I'm assuming you can probably fight Raccula more if you want. It's there are better ways to get money, I want to say. So $4.50. So that covers my train fare. Wow. Like, that's all I can manage to say is just, wow. Wow. So, yeah. Well, calling it quits here. Next time we'll go to San Gonzalez in search of, Tuco. But otherwise, this is kind of it for now. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.